I grew up in an upper middle class family up in Minnesota, and there were so many things about my childhood that were great. I mean, we had a dog and a cat. I rode my bike, played all over the neighborhood. We had wonderful 4th of July picnics as a family, and there were a lot of good things. But somewhere along the way, the internal part of our family began to deteriorate. And there was a family secret of alcoholism, and it really eroded each of us and isolated us in our own private worlds of pain. And I think part of it is just the time in history, but I found out in a very traumatic way about the alcoholism, and then I was told not to tell anybody. And there was just no way for me to deal with it other than for it to just cause loneliness and depression. And so it wasn't really very long after even begging the person to stop drinking. You know, the message to a kid is, even though as an adult it's so obvious to me that all of those problems were not about me, the message to a child is that it's their fault or that somehow they're responsible. And I actually took it on. I actually wanted to make it all better. And it wasn't long before I delved into self-medicating through drugs and drinking and acting out in all sorts of behaviors. But it was basically just the empty, hollow shell of an emotionally impoverished girl. And so I ended up just pretty much at the bottom. And as a post-abortive teenage girl, I was prey for being trafficked, and I was trafficked to New York and Chicago. And I take responsibility for my part of those choices, but I also know that I was preyed upon by a predator. And when I came up for air from all of just the underbelly of life, I knew that if I did not find refuge in God, I would have no hope for ever living a normal life, ever. There was no hope for me. And yet somewhere along the way, I had the understanding that Jesus wanted me, that he wanted my life. And you know, I don't even like to say I accepted him. The truth is that he accepted me. He wanted me. He took my shame and he rewrote everything. He put my beloved instead of prostitute. He gave me a wonderful husband. He gave me children. He's allowed me to be a mother. But mostly, he has helped me to hold my head high. And it's really been without reference to all that stuff. I have lived for over 30 years, 37 years, and he allowed me to minister. That just blew my mind. But mostly the testimony is that he's walked with me and I've walked with him. He took my sin, he became my sin so that I could become his righteousness. The amazing thing to me is that not only did he die for my sin, he became my sin. He went through so much. And you know, I can honestly say I haven't just been slugging it out, trying to fight off guilt for 37 years. No, he absolutely took my guilt away, and he has made me whole. And I've been whole for a long time. I am so very grateful. Does he continue to heal me? Absolutely. But it's more than just survival. I am so thankful for the life the Lord has given me. And he's allowed me to minister. And you know, even if he hadn't, it doesn't matter, because he took away, he set me free from all of my shame. And that is something I will be celebrating for eternity. So I've been a part of CCF since Agape Force first had a church meeting in the cafeteria over there at Mercy Ships. And he's allowed me to raise my family here. And I am so, so grateful to be a part of this fellowship and to be a part of the kingdom and the family of God.